expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answer to human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2.5-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers. And you can transform your life right now on VCMG in South Florida. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2.5 hours, listen and call in toll-free 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube and share love and light.
yes, indeed. There is a light right here on the Oldies Station. And we are so glad to have you here. We are celebrating our 16-year radio anniversary. And we are so fortunate because we have many people who took the time out of their busy lives to come here to the center and share the experience with us. So we're so grateful for all of you who are here sharing this experience. And we're giving away prizes. And I don't know about you, but I love a great prize. We've got some real good ones coming up here. So we're looking forward to sharing, all the goodies that are here. And we're really glad to have everyone who's joining us on Facebook, everyone who's joining us on YouTube. I know the phones are probably ringing back at the radio station. If you're just coming in, just come on in and check in. We want to be sure that you are entered in our drawing. Good to have you here. And welcome, welcome. And so our friends on Facebook, we are going to be checking in on you. So we're really glad you're joining us. But those of you calling the radio studio, we're not there. We're at the Expedito Center, and we are not taking calls. We are going to be talking to our studio audience tonight and answering questions and really connecting to all of you. And as everyone's getting settled, I did some reflection. And when I was reflecting tonight, I thought about how everything comes together perfectly. And no matter where you are in the journey of life, there's always something that needs to be adjusted, right? Isn't there something that needs to be adjusted? And you look at life and you say to yourself, I really wish this was that way. I really wish this was this way. And you find the dissatisfaction. And what I've come to understand in the years of talking to so many of you is that when we focus on the dissatisfaction, what do we always find more of? Dissatisfaction, right? So I looked to everyone's questions, and I thought of all the different topics, all the different experiences that we've been blessed to talk about here on radio. And we've had some doozies. I mean, we found lost cat. That's one of my favorite ones. It was gone for close to a year. And Spirit said the cat was coming back. It's one of my all-time favorite moments in radio history, because the poor woman called in and she said, Sarah, my cat is missing. And my human mind went, oh, good God. And Spirit said, don't worry, it'll be fine. And I'm like, but it's missing and she just recently moved and the cat doesn't know where it lives. I was concerned. But Spirit said, please don't worry. The cat's going to be fine. And of course, the woman called back. And she's like, Sarah, my cat's still missing. And I said, don't worry, it's coming back. And I remember driving home that night, and I'm thinking to myself, you guys better know what you're talking about, because this is going to be a crisis if this cat doesn't come back. So a few more months go by, and guess what? She calls again. And she said, Sarah, the cat's not back. I'm like, okay, let me check with Spirit. And so I dial up. And I look at my spirit guides. I'm like, what's the story? And they say to me, don't worry. Cat's coming back. I was like, all right. And I'm like, my whole reputation's riding on a cat right now. So I had to tell my little personality, don't worry, it'll be fine. And so I had to trust Spirit. No matter what you're going through, you got to trust Spirit. So I said to her, the cat's coming back. She called back again. Thank you, Jesus, the cat came back, right? She found the cat. Someone had found the cat and brought her the cat. It was a whole story, but the cat was fine. Because, of course, she was worried. It was somewhere dead in a ditch. It was this whole drama that she painted. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, good God, the human side of me is so worried for this woman. And as someone who connects with all of you, I can't get worried with you. Because when I worry with you, even though I'm concerned and I'm empathetic and I know what you're going through, what happens to me is I find myself lowering my vibration if I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Like, how are they going to overcome this disease? Or how is this problem going to be fixed? They only have enough money for the next week. What are they going to do? If I do that with you, what happens? I feed the energy. So I can't feed the energy. So I literally have to hear you ask the question, remove myself from the experience, and then dig up into the heavens and find the answer that's there and move away all the clutter of all the collective thoughts that are going on around it, including your own, and I have to find the answer that's best for you in the moment. And many times it's not even what you want to hear. And I'm in a job doing this that I didn't expect to do. I had signed up to open a center, and I had signed up to read in a room behind a closed door, and that's what I thought I was going to do. And those of you who know me and who've been a part of the radio show for all these years, you know that through a chance connection of someone, I ended up at the radio station, a different station than our fabulous oldie station, but I was at this other station, and someone had a sales call, and they said, come with me. So I said, all right, I happen to have time. And so I said, I'll make the ride with you. And we went up the street here in West Palm Beach on 45th Street, and we went to their meeting, and they were selling advertisement. I had an advertisement in the person's magazine, so it was fine. It was almost like I thought I was vouching for them. Little did I know it was a plan to get me in there to talk to the radio producer so that he could check me out and decide if I would be good for a show. And so by the end of the conversation at the table about their sales call, they turned to each other and they said, it's a no-brainer. She'd be perfect for radio. I said, what just happened? I'm perfect for what? And they said, yes, we think you'd be great on a radio show. And I was like, oh, well, I thought, all right, I guess I could do that. So they're like, oh, come back tomorrow. Well, that very same day, I came back to the center, and I had this lovely lady working for me by the name of Jane at the time. I had just recently opened up. We were only open for a couple of years. And she says to me, Sarah, the news was here. Well, I'm from New York, and if you're from New York, you know we got the Eyewitness News van. So I'm like, I don't see no Eyewitness News van. And she said, no, there was a lady here, and she's going to do a story on you. I'm like, oh, please. So just because I came back and said they offered me a radio show, now you want me to believe that the television people were just here? And she's like, you can believe whatever you want, but I'm calling her, and she'll be here. I'm like, yeah, sure. 30 minutes later, in the door walks this woman with a camera, sneakers, and a suit. And I'm like, okay, that's no Eyewitness News van, but okay. And I'm thinking, we're not in New York. And she comes up to me and she says, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I want to do a television piece on you on how people are struggling during the economy. This was back in 2009 when everyone was struggling with the housing market and how everything had fallen. And so she said, I really want to do a story on WPTV. So that's been up on YouTube for a really long time. And I thought, how interesting, the universe just put all of this together. We didn't go out and seek any of the things that they brought to us. So my moral of this story for all of you, regardless of where you are in your juncture and what questions you have and whether you feel uncomfortable in some area of your life, I want you to really take a good look at where you are. And I want you to take a look at how far you've come, not how far you've yet to go. Because you've come a long way. And you're sitting there imagining, envisioning something for your life that's based on your human conditioned mind. And your mind only knows what it knows based on experiences. It only knows what it understands from experiences that you've learned through your parents. It only knows what you can imagine, what has been projected to you through the televisions that make you think this is what life is supposed to be. And so I've got to tell you, you sell yourself short every time. So whatever's on your bucket list, your wish list, whatever you're hoping is going to come your way, or whatever goal you have, I tell you this. Step back and give God permission to give you the bigger, better version of what you want. I know in manifestation, a lot of times we'll talk about being specific or specificity, but that's not always the best answer for you. Telling the universe what you want, setting a goal, holding the vision, seeing your name up in lights in some way, or seeing yourself accomplishing a goal that's important to you, seeing yourself putting your health first, whatever is important. But don't pigeonhole yourself into a version of the story that limits the cast of characters and the version that God has for you. Because we can be very myopic in our lives, and we don't give ourselves the opportunity to look throughout and really see the full picture of what life has to offer. Because half the time we're catering our own wounds. We're trying to push them down, or we're wrestling with our own insecurities, or we're in a place of uncomfortability and we don't know how to make a change, so we're stuck. And in the stickiness, we lose sight of the fact that we have the power to create anything just with a sheer thought. But the thought must always be backed by your feeling. What is your feeling? So if you don't feel like it's possible, you're going to be like an engine that sputters and stops. But if you feel it's possible, then you then become invincible, impenetratable. You can do anything. And I truly believe that all of you who are called to be here tonight, all of you who are listening on the Oldie station, you didn't just find this station by happenstance. Your soul was called. And we have 16 years of proof that people come here to the radio show because they're looking for an answer. And while you're sitting in your car, those of you who are driving, and you look up at the sky and you say, what am I going to do, God? God gives you the prompting and the feeling that says, turn the channel. Change the station. Change the frequency. You see, radio is a frequency. Sound is a frequency. We are frequency beings. And so God whispers to you, you don't like this song, change the station. And lucky for you, you end up on the oldie station, which is good for their ratings, right? But you also end up on a place where you're wondering, who is this lady and what is she talking about? And why are people calling in and asking questions? And how do I do that? How do I get the guidance? And that's how this radio show has grown throughout these years. Each one of you calling in, sharing your experiences, answering our call to you, heart to heart, soul to soul, saying, hey, I really want to be a part of this experience, and make your question. So we're here tonight to celebrate the Oldie station. We're here to celebrate on 95.3, 95.9, 96.9, 106.9, 104.3 in Miami, 104.7 HD3, and 103.1 HD3. We're really glad to have you here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to continue the conversation, and we're going to get to know our studio audience tonight and get to hear where their hearts are and answer some questions. So we're going to send it back to the radio station so that they can play from our sponsors. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. Have you seen me? Have you heard me? Do you know my voice? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we're so glad that you're joining us here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. And we're playing around with the sound here, so we're going to have a little echo here, so we've got to lower that over there in the corner. And we're really glad to have you sharing this experience with us. And the powerful tool that we have right before us is the power of intention. So tonight, everyone, is the full moon, the strawberry moon. And so we get to all release a lot. So I want you to give thought and consideration of what's not working. Anybody feeling a little stuck, stagnant, jammed up, things aren't moving the way you want to go, and nobody knows the troubles you've seen? Well, guess what? Tonight's the night. We are going to let go and let God, and we're going to release some energy later on at the end of the show. So give some thought. I know we've got our questions, and I've got prizes, but I want you to give some real good thought as to what is really stopping you. Because we have to admit that the entire planet is feeling a little weird, just a little off, just a smidge, and things are not in alignment all around us. But I was also giving thought to this on the way. And what I was considering is that each one of us as a vibrational being is sending out a collective thought, and that collective thought is radiating into the universe. So if you woke up and said, this isn't a good day, I'm not feeling good, I've got an icky feeling, I'm feeling frustrated, this didn't work out, I'm looking at my bank account, I don't get paid till Friday, what am I going to do? Whatever you were saying to yourself, whatever that angst and discomfort is, you are projecting that into the world. So what are we seeing in the world? A lot of discomfort, a lot of discourse. We're not seeing people in alignment. So I'm not saying we don't have things that happen in our lives that make us feel uncomfortable, but don't wallow in that feeling. Let it go. Surrender it. So tonight, whatever's had you stomped up, stacked up, blocked, we're going to let it go on this beautiful strawberry moon, and we're going to surrender to everything that no longer serves us. We also want to give a special thank you to our Expedito Enlightenment Center crew because they put together quite a bit of work to put all of this here together for all of you. And we have our producer, and he's really been working hard to get this show all set for us tonight. And so when we come back, we're going to answer some questions all across the nation from all of you, and our listeners are going to be sharing in the experience. So we're going to take another commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to dive into your questions and see what Spirit has for you. Stay with us. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light. There's a light that opens doors.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WFLM 104.7 HD3 Palm Beach Shores, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies Channel.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next 2 hours of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another 2 hours to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube. And you can share the love and light.
There's a light, there's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light.
The Expedito Enlightenment Center, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're so glad to have you joining us here tonight. And we have our live studio audience. And as we connect with all of you, we're going to be asking Spirit some really important questions. And we're giving some prizes away. And one of the prizes we have is a fabulous butterfly necklace. We're going to be talking about that beautiful item. We have some fabulous gift cards here. And we've got a gift card here to the center. We've got a restaurant gift card. And then we have a gift certificate for a facial. We're going to be talking about that. And we also have more products from the center that we're also going to be giving away. So get yourself ready. I hope you entered into our drawing. And I know my listeners who aren't here tonight, we still have an echo here. Our listeners who are not here, they're feeling very upset that they're not a part of this drawing. But don't worry, everyone. When we get back to the studio, we're going to have a call-in raffle because we're not going to leave you all out of our celebration. But we're really glad to be here tonight. And we are going to start to answer some questions because we do have some questions to go through here. And we're going to instruct you that when we call your name, what we love for you to do is we'd love for you to get up and go to the microphone that's over there to my left, and you're going to have the opportunity to ask your question. So we are going to ask to call up here. We have Carolyn. Where is Carolyn? Carolyn, come on up. And I think you were like the first one here, and look at that. We picked you first. And I shuffled. You saw me shuffle.
I did.
Yes. Perfect. So, Carolyn, what is your question for us tonight?
I think what I said, I don't really remember the whole thing. I think I said, what else is there for me to do? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What is left undone?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
I got it. But I wanted to hear it from you
Yeah, what's
personally.
undone?
So,
Yeah.
interestingly enough, you've done quite a bit in your life, and you've influenced quite a bit of people along the journey. What's left undone is the things that matter most to you, connecting with people. Connecting with people, and I also see a travel for you as well. There's a trip that you wanted to take that you still haven't taken yet. So give thought to that. There's also an opportunity coming for you to influence people in a way that is from your heart, spiritually speaking. And so it's to influence people together in a group. So I feel like there's a group of people that you need to outreach to and help with that. You are on a spiritual path right now. When I look at where you are, the journey is to meet new people, to get a vibe and a tribe, and kind of create a new circle of friends and family for yourself. It's an important transitional time. I love where you are in this journey because I feel as if the past 5 years have given you a lot of reflection. Is that true? And there's been a lot of loss and hurt and pain that has happened in the past 5 years as well. Is that also true?
True.
And when I see that loss, I know that it took you back and set you behind a bit, and now you're trying to figure out, how do I live life again? And I hear this song in my head, how do I live without you? I'd like to know. So whatever you're missing, whomever you're missing, how do you live? You need to keep living. You need to live from your heart, and that will bring you to exactly the right place that you're meant to be, Carolyn. All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. We're going to take another question. And we're going to take a question from Ray Starr. Come on down, Ray Starr. She's a star.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. I wrote my question down. Let's see. I had an interview this week, and I was curious what truth I should understand about how I was perceived at the interview, and if any outside influences will affect their decision.
You worry too much. You have to get out of your head. What would you like to influence their decision? The power of God. So I want you to focus on that. I know there's a lot of outside chatter, and there's a lot of people who maybe have not supported you in the past, but you have to dig down deep and know that you did, according to what I see, a spectacular job. And the closer that we get in this year, the fresher, the newer, the easier this life is going to feel for you. Because I feel like last year felt like a train wreck. Is that correct? Just a little?
A little bit.
Just a little. And so here we are on this journey of starting ourselves fresh and new. This interview went well. You were well received. They didn't see anything that makes them question who you are. So don't feel insecure. I feel like there's another phone call that comes from this interview for you to meet with them again. Did they say there would be a follow-up interview?
They said they would be in touch.
Okay. So I see a phone call. And the people that were there, they were good to you. They didn't railroad you and make you feel like they were giving you a hard time, because I feel like they were very receptive. So I want you to trust that. And if you feel that this is the opportunity for you, the best thing you can do is to visualize that opportunity and see it as a perfect fit, and give it to God that if it's in your best and highest good, that it's going to come to pass, Ray Starr. And know that as we look at this new beginning, it's going to be a clean slate for you at the end of the year, and you're going to be really in your personal power as we move you into 2026.
I love that.
So it's going to be a powerful time for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. Melinda.
Hello.
Hello, Melinda. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So your question?
Yes, I kind of just want to know what to do next. I went down the spiritual rabbit hole and I pulled in a lot of different directions, so I want to know where I should go.
The journey that you're on now, when I look at your angels and your guides, they make me aware that you've been through a lot of change, and that this year has been an evolutionary year for you. 2024 into 2025 has been very evolutionary, and it's also been a challenge for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's asked you to grow and release a lot of past hurts, and that's what took you down the rabbit hole, correct?
Yeah.
It was the sorrow, the difficulties, the challenges, and the questioning, is there more to life? I wish to know if there's more to life. And that took you down a lot of holes. But now the question you ask, according to what my spirit guides say, regardless of what's on the paper, is who am I in this world and what is my next step in the path? And how do I develop my skill set, my ability to connect with spirit and be of service, yet still exist in the true world and the matrix of it all? And for you, you are a spiritual teacher. You are someone who is meant to assist others. This is why you got sucked down the rabbit hole as in dark places that you thought no man should go. And it became difficult and challenging for you. Is that correct? And it really brought you to your knees. There's a bright light around you that is the most brilliant blue light that is from the angel, Archangel Michael. And that is also to free you of your communication. Because they make me aware of when you were growing up that your words couldn't be heard the way you wanted them to be heard. Is that true?
Yes.
And that there was a lot of heaviness to the experience of youth. And now you're trying to find the happiness and the joy. And you really thought spirituality was going to take you there. And you're like, ruh-roh, I went down the wrong hole because this is deep. But it's now bringing you to the ability to let the past go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And when I take you into this 2026 that I see before you, I see continued learning, continued growth. I see a lot of healing energy around you, not just for you within you, but I see the healing energy that you bring out into the world. And as you heal, I see the messages, I see the intuition, I see the guidance that you're going to share. And I see you in empowerment of women and people who are needing to feel as if they have a place to belong. And so this journey is very important to you. And is letting go and shedding, as they tell me, your guides are talking that we have to let go of how we think we need to make a living. We have to let go of how we think life is supposed to be and let the universe open up a new opportunity. And this year of 2025 is a year of endings, of letting go of things. So if something unexpectedly changes, and I don't say that for you to go, oh my God, what's going to change? If something unexpectedly comes about and brings you a change, I want you to just go with it. And then the next 2 years will be amazing for you. You are on the right path. You have a few more holes to go down. Sorry. But it's going to really bring you quite a lot of joy at the end of the story.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
How's everyone doing here? We're so glad to have you here. Please understand that someone else's question is also a question of yours. And so if you hear yourself relating to something that I'm saying, I'm not just talking to the person who's asking the question. I am talking to all of you because you all can benefit. We're going to grab another question here. Danielle. Just go right on up to the mic.
Hi.
Danielle, what is your question?
How can I grow or expand my intuition or spiritual connection?
Listen to your heart. I just heard the song in my head. Listen to your heart, 'cause it's calling for you. Right? So listen to your heart. Get out of your mind. You second guess everything that you think, but you know that you're right, but then you doubt that you're right, and then you think that you're wrong, and then you go down your own little I don't know what I'm doing rabbit hole, and then you create mass confusion for yourself. But then when it comes back that you were right, you're like, snap, I knew that. Let go. Trust the intuition. In another life, in another time, you were a messenger, an intuitive, an oracle, a healer. You knew what you knew. And you carry it from your generation now in your family lineage. There are those who can see. Is that correct? Those who have intuition or that gut feeling. You can never get get away with anything with mom because mom always knew, right? That kind of thought and feeling around your family. You also get messages in your dream state. Is that also true?
Very true.
Very true. And those messages in your dreams are so dead on, but then you wake up and go, I don't know what that meant. Because you don't want to know what it meant. Because you're afraid to know that, yes, the person you were just dreaming about really could not, maybe they're not your friend. Maybe they did have a knife in your back. Maybe seeing snakes in your dream really does mean that, you know, someone's against you. But you're like, no, it's fine. It was just a dream, right? And then you Google and you look it up, but then you can't make sense of it. Trust it. Take a dream journal. Write down your dreams.
Okay.
And put a glass of water next to your bed. Water with kosher salt. Kosher salt will keep the water blessed.
Okay.
And as we keep the water blessed, it's going to help you remember your dreams. And as soon as you wake up, just jot down. Even if you remember 3 words, what you'll notice is there's a pattern. The reason why they try to talk to you in the dream state is because you're so busy overthinking and worrying about yourself and everybody else. And look at your body language. Look at the breath you just took. Oh my God. She's like, oh my God. Right? Because it's all in here. You're holding everything in here and you're not breathing. You're not being free. You're not letting yourself step into your own power. You've got all the power to make all the changes that you want. And given where you are, and interestingly, it's a Sagittarius moon here in this strawberry moon, so you better be letting go here tonight. I've got to tell you that this is your year to draw those boundaries and say, it's my turn. And I don't give a flying banana what anybody else thinks. It's my turn, and I'm going to create what I want to create for myself. You're on your path.
Thank you so
Trust your
much.
intuition. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
We're going to take another question here. Lee Smith.
Hello.
Ruh-roh. We
Hi.
got you in the hot seat now.
Yeah, so mine, I had an event where I was in a store and I had a panic attack, a really bad one. And then I came home, and later that evening, I had a horse that I take care of, colic, and she passed. And
Oh.
it was very stressful. And so part of me was like, was it straight up intuition? Did I somehow manifest? It's a lot.
It's a lot. And so, and this just happened, is that correct?
Yeah, last December.
Okay. And you deal with more than one horse, though, is that
I do.
correct?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's the horse with the marking here in their center of their
Oh,
head?
Dagwood. He's
Yeah.
a new guy that
New
just
guy,
showed
okay.
up. Yeah.
He just showed up, right?
Yeah.
So his energy is very close to you. Are you getting along with that horse?
I love him.
That horse
Yeah.
loves you, okay? I started scribbling because I had the energy of a horse around you, and I was like, I thought it was the horse that passed, but it's the one that's here, okay?
Yeah.
The horse that passed, you did not manifest that.
Okay.
It had to do with the hay.
Hmm.
Something with the hay was not quite the right blend or mix for the horse.
Okay.
All right? Something got stuck in the intestinal tract,
Yeah.
and it created an imbalance.
Okay.
And there was nothing you could have done to stop that from happening to the horse.
Okay.
So you did not manifest that. That horse is in peace. What is the horse's name, please?
Heidi.
You felt it coming. You felt the loss and the separation from Heidi when you were in the store and you had that panic attack.
Okay.
And so all you need to do is talk to Heidi.
Yeah. I
And
didn't know
Heidi-
if it was connected, like, with other things that was happening in my life, or it was
Yeah.
just straight up her.
Straight up, you felt the loss. You felt the gut punch of the loss. You don't process stress well, that I'll
No.
tell you.
No, I don't.
And when I look at where you are in this journey, and I take you back to 2019, into 2020, they make me feel like that was a difficult, awkward time for you. Is that correct?
Yeah. Very
Okay.
much so.
Very much so. And when we move you forward, you've been trying to get yourself back on track ever since that, right?
Yeah.
And so we are at this nice sweet spot where life is going to bring you some better opportunities. You are like a horse whisperer, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You take care of the horses?
I do.
Okay. And they respond well to you?
They do.
You have an Indian spirit guide that stands behind you. This Indian spirit guide has been with you since you were 6 years old. Where were you living at age 6?
I had moved to Florida.
Okay.
Is it a woman?
It is a male.
Ah, okay.
And this male energy is like your guard, your warrior. But he's like a scout, and I see him going out before you, before wherever you go. So you go to other ranches or other places, or do you stay in one place?
I pretty much stay in one place,
Okay.
yeah.
So he goes out before you, wherever you go, all right?
Makes sense.
And he stands a guard for you, so all you need to do is know that you are protected. Now, I also see the energy of St. Francis with you.
Okay.
And St. Francis is the patron saint of the animals.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
just know that St. Francis is here with you to help you on your journey of caring for the animals. And know that your new little horse is going to be your new best friend.
Oh, he already is. I
Okay.
love him so much.
And
He's not mine, but
I
he's brought so
see it.
much love in my
Joy
life
and peace.
happiness.
He's brought you tranquility.
Yeah.
And I want you to think of that little marking that looks like a star to me in the center of the horse's head.
Yeah.
And I want you to see yourself through that in your third eye. And I want you to take your third eye and place it on their third eye or his marking.
Yeah.
And I want you to connect. And it's going to help you
Aw.
find peace and open up your energy so
Okay.
that you can be a little bit more tranquil yourself.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right. We're going to take one more question before we go to commercial. And we've got Angela. Angela. So, Angela, let me first say that with you I see two people. I see a man and I see a woman. Woman stands above you, stands directly on the right-hand side of you, stands above. She reads to be your mother energy. Mother's energy is with you. Mother's passed, correct?
Yes.
Mom was a strong woman?
Yes.
Sometimes a little tough?
Yeah.
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 Cantankerous, they told me.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But you learned to love her anyhow, correct?
Correct? Yes.
But some days it wasn't the easiest love, yes? It was not a love story. But you have a story that's in your heart that you want to tell. Is that also true?
Yes.
What is your question?
Does my late great-grandfather want the biography I wrote published and then appear on film?
It is a legacy. It is a lineage, he tells me. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it is a story of the generations coming through. Is that also true?
Kind of. It's his life story.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how he came and how he conquered and what he did.
Yes.
And all the lives that he influenced.
Correct.
He's very big on that word. He influenced people. So he made a difference in people's lives. Is that also true?
Yes, I assume. Yeah.
And why shouldn't he be on a movie? And does someone have a hat of his?
Glasses. A pair of glasses.
Pair of glasses.
Yeah,
But
pair
he
of
wore a
glasses.
hat at
Yes,
times?
he wore a hat.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Make sure the person in the movie wears a hat.
Okay.
Because he used to wear his hat just so. Go look at the pictures. He's showing me.
Yeah.
He's kind of debonair in his own way. Okay? And he wants you to know that it is a good idea to publish this and to take it to the big screen because it's really a very intricate, heartwarming story is what he tells me. Is that true?
Yeah, gets a little dicey.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why he tips his hat,
That's
yes?
right. Yes, yes, yeah.
So, but he is most certainly with you.
Okay, great.
All right.
So the answer is yes? He does
The
want
answer
to
is
publish.
yes.
Okay.
But go to the movie because he wants his hat there.
Yeah, okay. Got it, right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. We thank you for listening here on the Oldie Station. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. And I know my callers are calling at our regular phone number, and we really wish that we could answer the call. But don't worry, we'll be back next week to answer the calls. But please continue listening. And those of you on Facebook and YouTube, we're going to stick our head in and see who's talking and what questions we've got on Facebook and YouTube, and just check on you all in just a bit. But for this moment, stay with us. We'll be right
Before I walk through the door, do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
From time to time, this program engages in contesting for prize giveaways. A listener must call into the radio station talk line and be a specific caller or answer a trivia question as specified by the show host to be awarded the prize. The contest duration is the length of the program itself. Winners may be limited to one winner per address and or phone number every 3 months. All listeners are eligible for prizes. Prizes are provided by the show, and the delivery of the prizes is the sole responsibility of the program itself and not the radio station.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. We're here every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9 p.m. answering your questions, and we just go, go, go. But tonight, we're going at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. If you haven't been here, the Expedito Enlightenment Center is a fabulous place to find your metaphysical wants, needs, and desires all here under one roof. We've got crystals and books and incense and oils and sprays and Buddhas. We've just got so many great things. And tonight we have our full moon candle that we're going to be lighting on behalf of everybody here at the center who are celebrating with us live for our 16-year radio anniversary. And so we are going to go back to our questions, and we are going to get Karen Fagan up here. Karen, how are you tonight? Come on up. Here we go, Miss Karen.
Hi.
So, Karen, what is your burning question?
Well, just want to know what Spirit wants me to know with the few challenges that I've had and have.
Don't be afraid.
I can't always fix them, that's it.
You can't fix people, right?
No.
People have to want to change themselves.
Right.
And you're also not responsible, I'm hearing, for everybody.
Thank you.
But you take on everybody else's problems. Is that true?
Try not to, but they seem to be in my path.
They're in your path. Let go. The change that comes for you comes when you give yourself permission to put yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
You've done everything you can for everyone that you love, and now it's really time for you to accept the new journey. And the journey that I see you on is a move. I see you in a new location. I see you in a way life simpler, easier for you. I feel that things have gotten too complicated. People, personalities, expectations, and then uncertainty. And for the most part, it's other people's uncertainty that hooks into you and brings down fear upon you and makes you feel their fear when normally you wouldn't worry. You would just say
worry. Right.
it would be all right.
Right. It is all right. It will be all right.
It always is all right.
Yeah.
But other people don't believe that.
Right.
So it makes it a little hard for you to exist in the bubble that you'd like to exist in when everybody's pecking at your bubble with all their troubles, trials, and tribulations. Be in nature, be true to yourself, and it truly is your turn. And when I look at where you are, this is a great time of spiritual expansion. So use the energy to ground yourself, spend more time in the work that you love, feng shui, yes, and be in that energy of balance and nature and really embrace everything that's meant to be for you. It is meant to be a great summer for you, and when you come back, you will have a new sense of direction, and you will be more refreshed, they tell me. So good to separate from everyone. They'll miss you, but don't leave a forwarding number. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Of course, if they're family, they'll find you, honey. I swear they put tracking devices in us a long time ago, right? All right, let's see who else we've got here. We've got another VIP question. We've got Doreen. Where is Doreen? Doreen, come on down, Doreen. All right. So I hear a song in my head. I want money, lots and lots of money. I want to be rich. Ooh, ooh, right? We are in the quest. She's like, yeah. Like, doesn't everybody want to be rich?
Yep.
I see money coming for you. I feel like this is the year that you make a turn to find a path for work that brings you joy and makes you feel happy and doesn't quite feel like we're just going to work to work. because I feel like you've been doing things because you have to do them, to pay the bills and to do. But I feel like this year brings you an opportunity to change career or an aspect of your career. Is that something that you're working on and thinking of?
Yes.
Okay. What is your question for me tonight?
Just basically what you see,
Mhm.
my career. Should I make a move? Should I stay?
Should I stay or should I go? Bide your time. There is something coming for you. Look, but don't leap until you really feel in your heart it's the new direction for you. There is a new direction. It's just not the right time in these next few months. So they want you to pace yourself, but before your next birthday, well, this birthday coming up, and between this birthday coming up and your next birthday, you will no longer be doing what you're doing where you're doing it. You will be free. And there is increase that's meant to come for you. And I don't really feel you can get it where you are currently. Is that also true?
Yeah.
They kind of have like a cap and...
I'm plateaued, basically.
Yeah, you're plateaued. So reinvent yourself, redesign who you are, who you want to show up in the world as a career person. What does that look like and feel like for you? So when we have our new moon in 2 weeks, I want you to write down, I am the woman who is, and write the aspects of career that you want, and I am currently earning this amount, and you're going to say the amount, you're going to write it down, you're going to light a candle, you're going to sit with that intention, and you're going to trust that the universe is going to help you. And everything's going to come together spectacularly. All right. Thank you so much, Doreen. We say hi to our friends on Facebook and YouTube, so we want to thank everyone who's watching us on Facebook and YouTube. Share the page, share the light on Sarah Spiritual. We greatly appreciate all of you. We are going to go to another VIP question, and this VIP question is from Sherry. Sherry? So, Sherry, before you begin, I just want to tell everybody, we have your book, The Journey of the Lightworker. Sherry is the author of this fabulous book. Sherry, tell us what inspired you to write this book.
I had a spiritual experience more than 8 years ago that guided me to write a novel, but it was something that I didn't think I was capable of doing. So all of a sudden I have a challenge that I had to really get out of my head and let go of my fear and get into my heart and write a novel, Journey of the Lightworker. It's similar to Elizabeth Gilbert's Eat, Pray, Love, about a woman that goes on a spiritual journey across 2 continents, and along the way she discovers authenticity, self-love, and her life's true purpose, which I think is very relevant.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you, and tell us where we can get your book.
Amazon.com, and right on up there.
Yes, right here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center.
Yes.
So thank you, Sherry. What is your question for us?
My question is, we had talked about a financial reset of sorts, and I know that time is fluid, and I was just curious if there's any update, and it's not from a fear perspective, but more from being prepared, and for me personally, trying to get myself to retirement, so not from a fear.
Well, don't retire this week.
No.
It's a little off out there.
Yeah.
The world is pivoting, and this is a major change for humanity that's going on. And it's very uncomfortable for all of us because it is, and this is actually something else Spirit was telling me today when I was out driving, picking up the cake actually, and they said to me, you know, Sarah, this is a time of great change for humanity, and is the time for every system to be broken down and rebuilt, because so many things are no longer working. And even the things that are working in our lives, they're not fulfilling us the way they used to. And so we all are looking to fill the void. And unfortunately, we've all been feeling void for a long time, but we were distracted. And so those of us who are just waking up spiritually, we've kind of come to the understanding that there's more to life, and we've already started to unplug ourselves from the ways of the world. The financial reset is building up quickly. And when I take us into the month of August, there's beginnings of the shift of the financial outlook, okay? And when I take us to the shift in October and November, this is where people start to feel, and this is not a fear statement, they start to feel like, well, how's it going to work? And we're not losing anything, no matter what anybody does in a place of power. Please hear me. It is your birthright to be abundant beyond measure, and money flows to you with ease and grace. And if a spigot of money closes because somebody deems it so, or a job goes away, or there's a change in life that's unexpected, do not feed into it. Just say, then I am closing the door with you, universe. I thank you, I bless you, and I ask you to open up another door with me and walk through that door. Between August of this year and July of next year is going to be the window of time where we're going to know how and what is going to change, and specifically what it's going to be. It really depends on what God says is going to happen. Everyone on the planet thinks man's doing it all, but God is going to give us a little twist at the end of the story that nobody's expecting. And when that spins out, then we'll all see where we land, and then financially we can all move forward in a different way. But the structure and the way you earn money, the way you save money, the way you spend money, it's all about to change. And that creates fear and makes us all feel uncomfortable because we only know the way we know, but it is going to actually free everybody once the change is done.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And everyone, please get Shari's book, Journey of the Lightworker, right here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center and on Amazon.com. So we thank you so much. And we are going to go to Erin. Hi, Erin. How are you tonight?
I'm doing all right, thanks. But I've been having a lot of health issues over the last couple years.
Mhm.
And November, I thought I was like ready to get on with life and start moving forward. And I ended up with a foot problem. So like the last 7 months, I haven't been able to do a lot of the things I want to do. And then it's another problem, like a back problem.
Mhm.
And I just, every time I think it's the end, another problem.
And you think you see another doctor and you think they're going to have the answer, and then they don't have the answer for you. Is that true?
True.
Yeah. I take you back to 2022. Was that a difficult time for you in your health?
Yes.
Okay. Was that when a lot came to a head?
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't use my hands for
Yeah.
about a year.
Yeah. Almost as if every part of your body and the nerve endings were inflamed. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Because I feel when I read the energy and I look at your physical body, I feel like the fibers inside your body are just vibrating and they're irritated, they're inflamed, and the bone structure has weakened. Is that also true?
Yes.
Did we have a fracture in the foot, please, or a tendon?
Sure. My spine seems to be a problem. The foot's not a bone issue.
Okay, but the spine is a problem?
Mm-hmm.
We have the spine out of alignment, is that? Yeah. It's been a journey, and this year is the year for you to understand who you are, who you've come to be, and your purpose, right? And kind of hard to understand that when you're in so much pain, but I want you to give the pain over to the universe and trust that you're going to be healed. When I look at the timeline here for feeling better, I don't feel like you've seen the right people to help you with your spine. So I feel like there's someone else who has an answer for you that's going to make it a little better for you to feel like you can stand strong. And then I ask you this: where have you not let go of the burdens of the past because they are weighing you down?
I think I'm always trying to work on that.
You're always trying to work on that, yeah. Because I feel like even when you were a child, you were not able to be a child. You had to be an adult, even as a child. Does that make sense to you? It does, yeah. So I feel like it's just, things felt as if they were too much for you to bear. And so the body began to break down. So you want to take a look at perhaps doing something in functional medicine. Maybe step away. I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, but step away from some of the traditional things you've done and step into some functional medicine. We have a lot of great recommendations for you, and that will help ease the pain, so to speak.
And I just hope I'm moving forward. Like since November, everything's been going back. I had a job in November and like I couldn't go through with it. But I got a better job, I think, in April. And so I don't know if that was just meant to slow me down to wait for something better.
Right, because you manifested from your limited mind, and you said, I need a job, so the universe gave you a job. But it wasn't the job that God had for you. It was the job that you thought you needed. So yes, there's a better job. And you are going to move forward, particularly once we get you to the end of July. Then I see a shift and a change coming. And that's when things start to move forward. There's room to grow at your current job right now as well, please, because I feel like where you landed, that was God's plan, not your plan, thank God, right? There's room to grow for you. And this growth that I see shows me in these next 3-4 months, them giving you more responsibility. More responsibility leads to more recognition, not overwork, but then a new title, a new position. And don't feel overwhelmed that you can't do it, because you are whole, you are healthy. Every cell in your body is filled with light, and when you fill the body with light, you are invincible, impenetrable, and you can do anything that you set your mind to. And I see growth and promotion coming for you at the end of this year. All right? So you landed in the perfect job, and talk to Archangel Raphael for healing. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, we got a lot of stuff going on here. All right, Amy. Miss Amy. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. My question is, many years ago, 30 years ago, I broke my leg while carrying my daughter, my oldest daughter. Unfortunately, she was fine, but I've had a lot of physical issues since then. And over the past 3 years, I've had several surgeries, and we're looking at a couple more that I'm probably going to have to go through. And my question is, am I going to get back to a normal range of activity, or do I need to prepare myself for getting older and dealing with this issue that I have with my leg?
Do you think it's possible to get old?
Well, it's happening.
No. Erase that.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a mindset.
Okay.
You think you're getting old. You think, oh, I'm at this age. Things are supposed to break down, supposed to start hurting. That's a mindset.
Okay.
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 And I see that you are meant to stand on your own, and I don't feel you aging the way you're feeling you are.
Okay.
Did you break the femur?
Tib fib.
Tib fib.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I just had the ankle replaced.
Are you bionic now?
I am bionic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you going to age?
I just worry about getting up and down.
I understand.
An issue now, so.
And I'm not making light of it.
No.
I want you to see it through a different pair of eyes.
Okay.
All right? I am whole. My body is restored to the divine light of the universe. Therefore, every cell in my body is restored to its original cellular structure. Every muscle, every bone is strong and flexible. Right? I am able to stand on my own. I am youthful. I am playful. I am, and I want you to say that. Now, I do feel that as far as restored and how much further you can go in your health. Ballroom dancing, don't see it, okay? But I see you being able to get up and get down, and even when you get up and you feel that ache or that pain, right, you say to yourself, it's temporary, I am stronger than this, I can get up with ease and grace, I have the full support of the universe behind me, therefore, this is easy. And you begin to program your mind because your mind is holding on to the pain. And so I'm not saying there's not pain there, but the memory of the pain is reinforcing the pain and not allowing the pain to dissipate, so to allow the body and the cells to heal. Does this make sense to you?
It does.
So it's how you position yourself and how you shift the energy. And it's something that in this lifetime was part of your story and your karma, right? That you would have this break. And you felt like there was responsibilities on you when this break happened, right? And at all costs, you had to protect your daughter when you fell, right? And so you did the act that was necessary in the karmic story. Your daughter's fine. Now you need to claim that you're fine. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you for your question. Got a lot of foot, ankle, body things. Okay, so the old gray mare just ain't what she used to be, right? Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. All right, we got it out of our system now. Okay, great. Okay, so we got to trust. Got to trust the universe, got to trust everything that is going on with us here in our experience. We are going to take a question from Sandy. Sandy, where are you? Here you go. Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Good. What is your question for me?
So my question, actually I really don't have a question, to be honest. I want you to tell me what I need to hear.
Okay.
We're just going to let the energy flow like Merlin.
Like Merlin, yes. Okay, so the first thing that I have here for you is that this spiritual journey that you've been on has become very intense in the past 2 years. And this spiritual journey that you've been on, connecting with people, has brought the most unlikely people in your path. And my spirits are telling me that in this journey, you are meant to help other people and influence other people and work on healing with other people. And that this journey is about you understanding who you are and the power that you have. You had underestimated yourself in the years gone by. When I spin you back and I take you back to 2017, this was a time of some difficulty and some change for you. Does that make sense for you?
That was a rough year.
That was a rough year, right? So look how far you've come, right? But because of that roughness, because of that difficulty that you had, this has empowered you to really make a major change in your life. Otherwise, you would still be spiraling to this day. But because it was such a significant change back in 2017, 2018, it really woke you up, is what they tell me. They also want to spin me back to 2002. And they tell me that that was a marker in time for you in people and relationships, and who you knew in your circle, and how you've changed the circle, the dynamic of the people that you are around, and who you share experiences with. And your circles become very small from that perspective. Is that also true?
Very true.
Very true. And they want you to take time for yourself. I do see a trip that's coming up for you soon. This is very important that you take this trip, and then you come back, and then I see you doing some meditations, some retreats, some work to further grow yourself. You have a spirit that wants to travel and change and wants you to move in different places and get to know different people. So this is meant to be a very social time for you. And then the next 3 years will further your spiritual path. And then you will feel as if you have arrived. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Well, we thank everyone for giving us their questions here tonight, and we're looking forward to starting to give out some prizes here. So we are going to start with, where's my raffle box here? There we go. Thank you so much. All right. Our first prize is our good vibrations. So we are going to pull a card here, and it is, ooh, I like this number, 918125, and the name on it is Vern. Vern, come on down, Vern. You got some good vibes coming here for you. Come on down, Vern. Thank you so much. All right, thank you, and thank you so much for making the trip. You drove from the west coast of Florida, right?
No, we're in Broward. We're in South Broward.
You're South Broward, okay. Oh, Angie's on the west coast. All right, so we'll be sure we send Angie love. She wanted to come here tonight. All right. Now, who wants $1 million? We have our $1 million bill. Talk about manifestation at its finest. I would be sleeping with this under my pillow if I were you. So let's see who's going to win $1 million here. All right. Number 918148. You never know, some of these could be lottery numbers, people, so pay attention. And we've got Doreen. The girl who needs money. I want to be rich. Did Spirit not call it? How did we know? Oh my goodness. I want money, lots and lots of money. I want to be rich. Ooh, all right. Well, I think that they're going to be calling me to go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to pick some more winners, answer some more questions, and we're going to be bringing out cake in a little bit. So if you like cake and a little shot of water and have a little beverage, we're going to be doing that soon. So I know I couldn't serve alcohol. So stay with us, everyone. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Thank you, everyone here in the audience at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WFLM 104.7 HD3 Palm Beach Shores, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies Channel.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
From time to time, this program engages in contesting for prize giveaways. A listener must call into the radio station talk line and be a specific caller or answer a trivia question as specified by the show host to be awarded the prize. The contest duration is the length of the program itself. Winners may be limited to one winner per address and or phone number every 3 months. All listeners are eligible for prizes. Prizes are provided by the show, and the delivery of the prizes is the sole responsibility of the program itself and not the radio station.
Welcome back to the next hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussion to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone.
Yes, indeed. There's a light right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. And we're so glad to have our live studio audience here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. And I have here before me some cake. And we have our celebration for our 16 years on national radio. So I want to make sure everyone gets a piece of cake. But first, I have to cut the cake. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give you a cut right here. And as I cut this cake, I wish much success, abundance, love, healing, blessings, and the presence of God for everyone who is here. And that every word that you're spoken manifests to your best, highest good, and that all of your desires come to you expeditiously as we sit here in the Expedito Enlightenment Center, because St. Expedito expedites. And we are going to let them cut and give out the cake in just a minute. So we'll let them take the cake away, and then we're going to get back to our questions here, and we're going to share a little bit more with all of you. So we're going to give you that. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. And I noticed that it matched my tablecloth when I picked it up. I was like, oh, the colors match. It's Sarah's spiritual colors, blue and yellow. We're good. So we thank you all for coming. We have some fabulous prizes that we're giving away tonight. So I'm going to pick another prize here. We're saving some of our big prizes for the end, like any raffle does. You know, we got to stick to tradition. So I have this beautiful angel here before me. It is Archangel Gabriel, the messenger. So I picked a ticket. This person is going to get Archangel Gabriel. Thank you so much. Ticket number 918124, and it is Sandy G. gets the Archangel Gabriel, the messenger. So thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. Thank you. Next, we're going to give away, and this is a beautiful collection. We have a picture. We're going to post this on Instagram later, but this is a beautiful butterfly necklace. It is the Emerge collection, and it's really interesting piece of jewelry. It's recycled fine silver and vermeil gold, and they have quite the way of mixing it together so that you can enjoy the Emerge Connect collection. And this butterfly is beautiful, and it comes with a chain. So we are going to pick a winner for this right now. Amy. Where is Amy? There you go, Amy. Butterflies are free. You're free to move and go about. Look at that. Thank you so much. There we go. All right, I'm ready to go back to questions. Are you ready to go back to questions? I'm so glad that you're all here. Are we having fun? All right. John. Where's John? Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Are you okay there, John? That's fine. Strike a pose. Perfect. Thank you, John. So, John, a lot of this deals with the fact that you are very intuitive naturally. And a lot of it goes down deep, like you dig down deep and all of your thoughts and emotions and everything is always percolating inside of you 24/7. Is that true?
Yes, and
Yeah.
including right now.
Yeah, including right now. All right, just breathe, John. You're going to make it through this, I promise, okay? Past life. Many past lives. So you are remembering this life and many other lives. Catastrophes that have happened on the planet, you're seeing them, you're also seeing things coming, and so sometimes it's kind of scary to discern, is it something that happened already or something that's going to happen? And you are very tapped into the depth of the belly of Mother Earth and the depth of the belly of all that has been and all that will be. And so I know you sit here and say, but why me? I didn't sign up for this. But you are a seer. And so I do believe that you can disconnect from some of this, and I don't know what you've tried. But Sarah Spiritual has quite a few recommendations for you. Spiritual bathing is really powerful.
What is that?
Cleansing your energy, using herbs and things to bathe and clear your energy, so the things that are adhesive to your auric field, so that they no longer permeate and push on you and activate these dreams. Having water and kosher salt next to your bed.
We've been trying that.
Okay. Black tourmaline, a big piece of black tourmaline next to your bed. Herbs underneath your pillow. I don't know if you've tried sleeping with a cross or any religious symbol
It's
with
tough
you.
because I toss and turn quite a bit.
Put it under your pillow. Right? It's going to, so if it's there.
It just might, it probably won't be there by morning.
That's fine. So you pick it, you'll put it
Yeah.
back, okay? And then here's a really old school trick my spiritual teacher gave me, because you're absorbing a lot of energy of other people, and so you're picking it up as well, so that you don't bring in a lot of that with you. Take a piece, we have it here at the center, a little piece of black tourmaline, put it above your door on the door jamb. And as you put it above the door jamb, Mr. Producer, thank you. Quiet on the set, thank you. You want to put it above the door so that you can block the energy coming in. And you also want to take cloves of garlic with the skin on it. This is going to sound crazy, but try this. Put it under your mattress, between the box spring and the mattress. One in each one of the corners. And then on the bottom of the bed, you put one in the middle. So there's 3 on the bottom, 2 at the top. Corner, 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 1 in the middle. You will not smell like an Italian restaurant, I promise you.
I'm Sicilian. You're not bothering me.
All right. And so a little garlic never hurt anybody, honey.
All right.
So, but it does break up the energy. And I have a whole list of tricks for you. Another thing to do is you can read Psalms 90, 91, and 104. In that combination, Psalms 90, 91, and 104, it breaks negative energy and what almost may be equated to something like a spell. So in a past life, you weren't Merlin, but you definitely were tied into the occult and energy, and so this is why it's so much bubbling up. And have you had dreams like that as well?
Oh.
Oh, he's like, honey, do you got an hour? No, right?
It's so real.
So real. Because it was real. It was real. And I taught in my apprentice class that time is an illusion. And so while we're in this timeline, we are in multiple timelines at the same time. So you are literally somewhere else at the same time when you're dreaming, besides yourself in the bed. So you're seeing the timelines collapse, and you're seeing it as one timeline. So quite a lot for you to work on. I'd love to have a personal session with you.
Yeah.
And this is something you can definitely break through and release. It doesn't have to be an affliction and carry on for all this time. I know you feel like a tortured soul, but you're not meant to be a tortured soul.
Decades of this, you know.
Decades of this.
It's crazy.
So we will work on this together.
Thank you.
I look forward to having a session with you in the
Appreciate
future.
that. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you so much for your question. Emily, come on down to the Sarah Spiritual Price is Right.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
So I kind of wrote something a little similar, but I said I recently made like a big change in my life, and I just wanted to know if I was kind of like on the right path and aligned how I should be. Thank you.
Does it open you up to a new group of people?
Yeah.
And are you in like a new community for work?
Not yet, but I would like to be in a different career path. I did switch something in my job, but I want to be in a new job, a different direction.
In a totally different direction, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, completely different.
Completely different. Something that is not mainstream?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is already written in the stars, is who you're born to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a process that's going to happen over the next 4 years. The pace with which it happens depends on you.
Okay.
So you determine, do I believe that I can break free from the chains of what I've experienced, or do I feel like I can just jump, right? Do I feel like I can be free and jump, or perhaps I feel as if I'm stuck and I have to pace myself because I'm afraid.
Mhm.
So you have to be open to change.
Okay.
Change is going to make all the difference for you, particularly next year in 2026. 2026 offers you a turning point for a whole new career after your birthday.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Emily.
you.
We appreciate it. And we'll let everybody, when they're ready to bring out the cake, we'll let you guys bring out the cake. And we are going to bring up Arlene. You can do that. Arlene, right this way.
Hi, Sarah.
How are you?
Good, I guess. My question was, am I on the right path?
Be specific for me. What area of your life? Because there's so many twists and turns here I see.
Been feeling stagnant.
Mhm.
Every time I feel the composure to do something, something stops me. I don't like it. And like my mind goes on overdrive. Like, should I not? When is the right moment? I'm exhausted. Something pops up. When am I going to get a break?
Are you thinking of moving?
Sometimes I feel, yes, I want to.
Okay.
Yes.
I see a move in the next year.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So you don't have to stay stuck in where you are any longer. So I feel like this is an opportunity for you to be more creative in how you view life. Think outside the box. Get out of your head. Trust the universe. I want you to know that everything you do is being guided by the divine. You keep thinking that it's you making stuff happen, but that's not the case.
Okay, that's true.
All right, the universe is opening doors for you. You had to let go of the past.
Yes.
And the past was holding you back, and now that you've let go of the past, you're finally able to move free. When I take you into the energy of 2026, there's a lot of relief for you.
Okay.
You have to stop trying to rescue people. You need people to be able to sustain themselves. This is true, yes?
Yes.
And you have to allow them to step up. You can no longer be the person who does more.
Yes, that's true.
In any relationship or any work environment.
Yes.
You need to have your healthy boundaries. And you're like, but Sarah, that could get me fired. I'm not trying to get you fired. I want you to draw your healthy boundary and tell yourself you don't have to jump through hoops to prove yourself.
Okay.
You're good the way you are. I want you to trust that experience.
Okay.
All right? Thank you so much, Arlene. We greatly appreciate your question. We appreciate everyone's questions here. And let me ask everyone, how's the cake? Good. And are you going to hand those out? Yeah. Yeah. Just put them on a tray. And let's see here. Who do we have here? We have Miss Mina.
Do I have to say?
This is going to be a good question, I'm sure.
Okay. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you? My question is that how do I protect myself from some black magic that has been done?
Okay. Great question. It's probably the most important learning question anybody could ask. How do I protect myself against negativity, black magic, or people's intentions and daggers? First, remember this: the light of God never fails. Second, always do your prayers. For instance, Psalm 90, 91, and 104 break spells and witchcraft. Carrying black tourmaline does not allow it to adhere to you, okay? Taking a spiritual bath. Usually people have difficulty making it for themselves, but having a practitioner such as myself make something for you to clear the energy. Clearing yourself with an egg and washing your hair with the egg, which is good for your hair, and then taking the eggshells and putting them in the crossroads and driving away from it removes you from that. Psalm 23 is also a very powerful tool. Remembering to, when you wake up, rather than focus on what you know is the dagger of negativity that's being brought to you by someone else, wake up in the energy of gratitude and blessings. See yourself surrounded by a circle of love, and then ask for the angels to protect you. Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael, and ask them to cover the four corners. Call for the violet flame of Saint Germain to come and protect you, to consume and annihilate anything less than perfection, to seal yourself up in the violet tube so nothing other than God's glory and light can come through. This is also being recorded and will be uploaded into YouTube. So I know I just gave you quite a bit of information, but you will be able to access it by going back and watching the show on YouTube, and you can take some notes, and then be sure to show up for some of our classes because we teach a lot on this. I will tell you this, that this year for you, Mina, has been 2024 into 25 has been a very difficult year for you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Anything that could go wrong seemingly is going wrong. Is that
Yes.
also true?
Yes.
So it has you looking up to the sky going, what's next? What's going to happen next? Well, first of all, stop doing that, because then the universe goes, show her something else. I don't know. What else shall we do? Make a rock fall from the sky, right? We don't want to have that. We don't want to invite that to happen. So I want you to just trust that the universe is going to help you, and know that you're always protected, and the light of God never fails. And when I move you into the energy of 2026, you can breathe. But you have the next few months to kind of get your bearings back and really kind of clear your energy once and for all. And it's two people who have come against you, not just one. It's two people. You're familiar with this, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And should we sit for a reading, we'll be able to talk a little more in depth as to who they are and what they done did. The nerve of them. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you very
appreciate
much.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Alex? Hi, Alex. How are you tonight?
Great. I get to ask my question?
You get to ask your question, yeah.
What does the second half of the year have to bring for me, and are there any surprises?
Surprise! You don't like surprises, do you?
I'd like to see one this year.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this year does bring you powerful changes. And so you're keeping busy and you're going to work and you're doing all the things that you want.
Yeah.
But there's more for you. There's more travel, there's more friendships, there's more music, there's more out in the world.
Great.
I feel as if this year can take you away from the job. Now, I know you may beg to differ, but this year could take you away from the job as we close out of 2025 into 2026, so that you can enjoy more adventures. I see that this year is meant to open you, enlighten you, experiences that are spiritual. And I also see that when we put you on the path of 2026, I do see new partnership for you. And that might be a good surprise for you to look forward to.
That would be.
This year is like a cleanup of 2018 and on.
Right.
So looking back to 2018 to now, all the great and then the not so great, we're cleaning it up, putting it in a box, packing it away, and when you put your foot on the path of 2026, everything's really looking good.
Good.
All right. Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everyone. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to continue with the show. We're going to see what other questions we may have here in the audience, and then we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different theater. And the characters, they change like water into wine. And everything comes when the stars align. Do you know?
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. Write the number down. You can call next week and ask your question. Sure hope that everyone shares this experience. We're going to continue giving our prizes away. And the next prize we have, and we're also going to be opening to more questions. The next prize we have is a gift card for right here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. And we're going to pick a winner for this gift card right here. It is a $40 gift card. And I got one. Ticket number 918126. And we have Angela. Angela, there you go. Perfect. Thank you. Our next gift card is a $75 gift card to Bonefish. We figure no matter where people live, it's a place they can go because we have people from all over here tonight. All right, I got one. Ticket 918158. Aaron. Aaron. There we go. The Bonefish is on us. There you go. Thank you. And then we're going to talk about our grand prize here before we go back to asking a few more questions. So we're going to bring out someone really important to this very new, fabulous gift here. And I'm going to give it a little plug first because this has been donated to the Spiritually Speaking with Sarah radio station here tonight. on the Oldies station by Prime Body Wellness, North Palm Beach newest med spa and wellness clinic. And they're located at 772 U.S. Highway 1, Suite 101. They're really your one-stop shop for total body wellness and medical aesthetics, offering everything from hormone replacement therapy, weight loss programs, to rejuvenating facials, Botox, fillers, microneedling, lasers, and more. And tonight we're giving away a hydration facial. And that hydration facial, we actually have the person who's going to be doing the facial here to tell us all about it. So we're going to call out Haley. Haley, come on down, and we'll let you go to the mic. We'll have to lower that for you.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Well, challenged over here. Okay, hello everyone. Hi, beautiful souls. I am Haley, a licensed EMT and medical esthetician at Prime Body Wellness in North Palm Beach. I believe that a facial isn't just skin deep, it's soul deep. It's a form of self-care that supports both your physical and emotional wellness. Facials detox the skin, reduce inflammation, boost circulation, and give you that vibrant, healthy glow. It's a chance to pause, release stress, and reconnect with yourself while nourishing your skin from the inside out. During a facial with me, you can expect more than a glow. Expect groundedness, healing, and total rejuvenation. And right now, like Sarah said, she's giving one lucky listener a hydration facial, which is perfect for anyone feeling dry, dull, or energetically drained. It hydrates, soothes, and resets your skin and your spirit. So come visit us at Prime Body Wellness, where inner balance meets our outer beauty.
All right, thank you, Haley.
Thank you.
All right, so stay right here while we draw our winner.
Yes.
All right, I'm mixing. I got one. 918123, Sandy G. Oh my goodness, Sandy, it's your lucky day here. Look, there you go. You got to bring Angie, yes. All right, congratulations, Sandy, and we know Haley will take good care of you, and you live right in Broward County, so it's not a big deal for you to come on up and visit her at Prime Body Wellness in North Palm Beach. I know it's going to be a fabulous experience, and we're very appreciative of Prime Body Wellness for donating that fabulous facial so that you can have this rejuvenation for your skin. So thank you so much for coming. So we're going to answer a few more questions because we have a little time before we close the show here. So let's see who has another question for me. Okay, right this way. We'll let you come up to the mic.
My question is there a spirit that is with me every day?
Is there a spirit with you every day? What's your first name again?
Danielle.
Danielle. And the month of your birthday?
12 December.
Okay, got it. So you have a spirit guide with you that loves music, loves dancing, loves glitter and jewelry and everything fun. She doesn't like when you tie your hair up. She likes you to wear your hair down. She wants you to have fun. She wants you to know she wants you to be more playful. She tells you to turn on the music when you're cleaning or doing something in your house. Is that something that you do? Okay, that is your every morning. That is your gypsy spirit who likes to inspire you. Can you feel it? Can you feel her energy?
Yes.
Are you getting chills? Yes?
Funny.
And Danielle, I have a woman standing above you, stands above you on the mother's side of the family, stands above your mother. Grandmother passed, please?
Not on my mother's side, but
On
on
your
my dad's.
father's side. Okay, I have a woman who stands above you. She's a grandmother energy, and she's with you. She makes me feel like she was the matriarch of the family. She was very strong in how she wanted things done in the family, and she was very connected to family, and everyone kind of bowed down to her and did what she wanted. And she is very much with you as a strong protector, a spirit energy of guidance, and also nurturing for you. But she makes me feel like she had a great respect or love for you when you were little. She taught you a lot, and she mentored you, and she goes like this because she makes me feel like she went like this to your cheeks. Is that something that she did to you? Right? Because she said something about your cheeks reminds her of something. I don't know if you have her facial structure or her cheekbones or something, but this is what she's making me aware of from the other side. Do you look like her a little?
Yes.
You do, yeah? And is it in the facial structure?
Yes.
Okay. She's with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
All right. Thank you. Turn on that music, honey. Have yourself a good time. It's all right. Who else has another question for us? Did you have a question? You said you wanted to ask another question? Oh, yes. All right. We'll let you go up first, and then I'll get to you. Yeah.
Back to my first question.
Yes.
Timing. I have got Jupiter in the 9th house for the next year, which is the house of publishing, which would make sense that the book would go forward.
Correct.
Next
Correct.
year. Yeah. So
Is it a question?
the question is my intuition correct that this is the year, next year, to really work hard to get the book published and the film out?
You can get it published this year. Okay? It's February, March of next year.
Okay. To get the deal and not because it takes a lot longer to get it published, right? So
Correct.
yeah.
So get the deal, get it going.
Yeah.
It has to be in motion. It has to be written.
It's written. It's written.
Has to be submitted.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to get published.
Yeah.
But February, March is when they make me feel like something happens with this.
Okay.
That makes you feel like, oh, we're getting where we want to go. Okay?
Yeah.
So I feel like we've got to move some things, pound the pavement is what they show me here.
Yeah.
But a publisher that's connected with CBS.
Okay.
So there's a publishing company connected to CBS. You might want to try them.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
Great.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. I wanted to go back here first. Who else do we have here? Had a question? Someone else had another question? Yes.
I just didn't know if I had any like past life connections with my past or current partner. So I've been having a lot of chaotic time.
What is their birthday, month, and day?
Past is 10/5/83. Current is 9/13/92.
Patterns of behavior repeating themselves? Is that what you're noticing?
In the past, this current is kind of breaking a pattern for me.
Okay. But the past partner of 10-5, they were emulating a lot of your childhood and triggering your trauma from childhood. Not that it was a horrific childhood, but whatever injured you and made you not feel good enough or worthy, this is what you were feeling. Is that correct?
Yep.
This partner is much more cerebral in their approach. They're a little more methodical. They think before they talk. Sometimes they're quiet a little bit too much. That also makes you feel a little uncomfortable. But then you're learning to just allow them to come to you and for the two of you to have a conversation when conflict begins. Is that true?
Yeah, we haven't really had too much conflict yet because it's very new, but it just feels easy.
Very easy. And here I see someone who is really ready to express themselves and to bring themselves into the place of having relationship. and connecting with someone to form partnership. They are looking for partnership. They are looking for union. They're looking for that. They're ready for that. They're trying to get a few things personally in order for themselves because they want all their ducks in a row. That's just how they roll, right? They need everything in order and perfect for them. But this is a good match for you. We have broken a cycle. There will be some things that come up that are familiar to you, and don't look at it and say, oh, I attracted someone who's doing the same thing. So look at it as like, what have I yet to heal within myself? Because you may be actually sabotaging and not allowing things to just flow because you automatically feel like something feels like the rug's getting pulled out from under you.
Yeah.
And that will be something that as the newness wears off, you're going to find that it can disrupt you. Okay?
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much.
you.
Well, since I'm in my winning season, can I give somebody another chance to win the prize? It's interesting. I didn't know what Archangel Gabriel did, but that makes sense. So that's why I was laughing when I got it.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. All right. So we've got another winner. Thank you, my darling. All right. Archangel Gabriel wants to take flight. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. All right. Let's see. Now, if we pull your ticket again, you're stuck with him. I want you to know that. All right. There's no getting rid of him. All right. Hold on a minute. Are you feeling a little slighted, disappointed? Rejected? Are we bringing up your childhood wounds? I want to ask you. Yeah, he's fine. Okay. Ticket number 918164. And I think she left. Her name is Kelly. Kelly left, all right? But we will be sure to let Kelly know. Okay. Yeah, she's local here. She's in Boynton. So, all right, we will definitely pass that on to Kelly. Thank you so much. We have time for maybe one or two more quick questions before we close the show. Who's got a question here? Shari? Great. Thank you.
More personal, I've had a little bit of a neck skull issue, and I've been trying to figure out how to heal it. So if there's any advice, I'd be appreciative of that.
Mm-hmm. Almost like someone's reaching up and grabbing you and kind of squeezing the back of your neck?
Yeah, occiput. Yeah, the occipital ridge. Yeah.
Did they say it's coming from your jaw, your teeth?
I'm having a little trouble with that as well. So, yeah.
That's where I feel it's coming from. I really feel like it's coming from the jaw. I'm not a doctor, cannot diagnose. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
But for the purpose of radio, I am not a doctor, cannot diagnose. But Spirit is taking me to the jaw here. And also, I'm going to tell you to explore something parasitic, because that is creating the inflammation. So there actually could be something parasitic in this jaw area that's kind of nested. So we would refer you to a functional medicine doctor.
Okay.
All right. We know several if you don't know one, but I can send you a recommendation to someone. They are in Miami, but they're the best of the best.
Okay.
He wrote the book, The Root Cause Connection, Dr. Michael Foreman.
Okay.
And so that would be a good place to go if we can't find relief. Also, we would suggest that you go to a chiropractor. Did you go to a chiropractor?
Yeah, I'm going to my chiropractor, but I want to heal the cause.
Yeah. And so the root cause is coming from something in the jaw that inflamed it here, okay? Right in here, by the ears and behind the ear. And so whatever that is that is nestled there, that's what we need to break, all right? And did you do acupuncture?
I have done that before. I could do that again.
Yeah. That might free it up as well.
Okay.
But we do need to find out what
cause.
Yeah. So I really feel like there's something inflamed in your body and it's caused by something specific.
Okay.
And that's what we need to identify by a specific blood test.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. And one more question before we do our release for our full moon. Anyone? Everyone's so quiet. Ah, yes. Come on up.
Is there anything I need to do for my older granddaughter?
Granddaughter's birthday?
8/29.
Year? Or about how old is she?
36-ish, 37.
Ish. Okay. But this year has been an uncomfortable year for her, correct? Last year into this year, she feels like she got hit by a train. Is that correct? Everything she thought she knew has crumbled down around her, yes? This is, I'm not knowing her placements in her astrology, and I'm not an astrologer. We leave that to experts that I know. But I will tell you this. This is like her dark night of the soul. It is meant to help her define who she is, understand why she is where she is, create the healthy boundaries that she needs for herself, and to stand on her own 2 feet. So all you can do is be a role model, inspire her.
And don't give her money.
And don't give her money. Send her love. All right? She created, well, as my grandmother would say, she made the bed she slept in, so she made the bed, so she's going to have to sleep in it. All right? So
But
old
she'll be
school.
okay.
But she will be okay. She will be okay. She will have still another 6 months of it being rough for her. But it's because so much has built up and she created such havoc for herself by her choices that now she's stuck. All right? Thank you for that question. Thank you. All right, everyone. Remember in the beginning of the show we said, what do you want to let go? So to you and all of our listening audience, we want you to give some thought and consideration on this strawberry moon. And I want you to take a nice breath. And I want you to exhale. And as you exhale, I want you to give thought and consideration to everything that no longer serves you. Everything that you've believed has bogged you down, is holding you down, is not allowing you to move forward. Everything that you'd like to have transformed, all that you'd like to appreciate in your life, I want you to let go of the things that no longer serve you. If we're disappointed in our career, if we're disappointed in something in work, if we're having financial issues, if we're worried about time, there's not enough time, if we feel like we've wasted time in our life and we aren't where we thought we'd be, we want to let that go. We want to let that concept go. We want to be open to a new beginning, a fresh start. So on this strawberry moon here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center, I take this full moon candle and I light this candle on behalf of everyone's intentions. I light this candle in the name of the power of God, in God's authority and the light of God that never fails. And as this flame burns, I want to release all that no longer serves all of you, to clear the way and open the way for a new beginning, a fresh start. So 6 months from now, when the year closes, you will have your foot upon a solid path and everything will be in alignment with all that is and all that is divine. Take a nice breath. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for all the years of radio here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Those of you who are new to the show, we welcome you. We hope you continue listening. If you've picked us up on the radio station as you were driving, we hope you tune in next Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. We'll be back live in the studio answering those phone calls because I know the phones are ringing off the hook. They told me, but that's all right. We had a live experience here. We're looking forward to doing more live experiences and perhaps connecting with some of our loved ones in our next show when we go live. So we'd love to do that with all of you. But for tonight, we want to thank you. Enjoy yourself, and we trust that this new beginning we have as we release the old and make way for the new gives you new inspired thought and connection and feeling, knowing that you're never alone and the universe always has your back. Thank you for sharing time and space with me. We thank everyone here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center who helped us. Thank you to my producer and his staff who've helped us. We appreciate you all greatly. We'll see you next Wednesday night. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
That opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Help me hold the answer we are looking for. Help me open up another door of light. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. Open up in every.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions.